adapted and reinvented herself every single century.
And then we also have like bands like Depeche Mode. They're still making music. They're still popular. They even have a kind of a bigger surge in popularity more recently. More people kind of know them, and
The Cure too.
Yeah, The Cure. They're putting out new music. The Cult is putting out new music. Rock band from the 80s. Let's see. ZZ Top, of course, put out a new album a year or two ago. So, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And now Aerosmith might be retiring.
Well, I don't know if I would blame him too much, because, I mean, Steven Tyler had been developing some health stuff. He's getting up there.
I know he's getting up there, but it's Aerosmith. He's always been rocking and rolling since the beginning of time.
Well, there was that story in the news maybe a couple of years back about how they'd kind of tossed him out of the band for his alcohol use and things, because, that's what people do. When you're a musician and you've been partying that hard, you still kind of keep partying. And so they probably figured they would cut their losses and kind of think about moving on. And they all have individual things that they're doing, if I remember. Like Joe Perry's working with Alice Cooper and Johnny Depp for Hollywood Vampires, if anybody's heard them. Doing a bunch of cover songs. Very well done, too. They don't sound like what you would expect from those guys. They're I mean, it's not like too far out there. It's not like breaking new musical ground, but it's just very well done. And it's very faithful to the originals while still keeping it fresh and interesting. So
Right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, he's been going to country too. He's been doing more things.
He's kind of a fun guy, though. He I know there was a video floating around relatively recently about how he'd been in either New York or San Francisco. I don't remember where. And there was a street performer doing an Aerosmith song.
Yes.
And he walked right up and just out of nowhere, incognito, just started singing with the guy. And the guy's got an acoustic guitar, and he's doing this Aerosmith song. And here comes Steven Tyler to sing with this young performer right on the street. He was so shocked.
The look on his face was priceless.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how often does that happen? I mean, how often do you get to actually play with one of your heroes that you're just, playing a song of theirs on the street just to make a quick buck, and there they are just walking by, and they decide to sing with you.
Pretty awesome. That's all I can say about it. Yes. Yeah, that'd be something else. I mean, who's your favorite musician of all times? The top one.
Oh, it's tough because, I mean, 10 years ago I would have given you one name. 5 years ago I would have given you a different name. And now I would probably have to give you a handful of names because there's several people that have really inspired me and that would be great to work with. Of course, one of the big ones is Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. Excellent musician. Very driven in what he does, very, this is how it's going to be, and I won't settle for anything less kind of personality, which is good, I mean, it's the way things work. And Gary Newman, of course, be a real treat to work with. Just too many to name, I think.
Okay, so let's go with Nine Inch Nails then. Okay, what would you do if Nine Inch Nails out of nowhere came to one of your performers and started playing with you?
I would probably try hard to remember the lyrics because I'd probably be nervous and I'd probably want to forget. But I would try very, very hard to make sure that everything went off without a hitch.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do if I ever had to perform for one of my favorites either. So this should be interesting. All right, so let's take a small little break. And right now we're going to play some different kind of music. This music here is going to be from different kind of artists. This right here is called Robert Palmer. His name is Robert Palmer. He's based here in Seattle. This is called Angel Message. And then I'll take a small break, and then we'll be back with more next 2 hours, just us talking about upcoming shows and all that jazz. Okay? All right. Be right back. Again, Angel Message by Robert Palmer.
Hey, this is Stefan Groth from Germany-based fusion folk band Zerb, and you're listening to Let's Talk About the Music.
Woohoo! Let's Talk About the Music is starting.
What is Let's Talk About the Music, and why are you so excited about it?
It's a podcast with controversial talk and a global mix of music.
Oh, cool. How and where can I listen?
Just go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com and click follow to be sure to get all the info about the bands that are playing and see their music videos. Then click on Spreaker or iTunes to listen live and even chat with other listeners and the host herself.
What day and time is Let's Talk About the Music on?
Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time.
I think I'll tune in. Thanks for the info.
Wednesday, July 6th. Tune in to hear two guest bands. First, hear from Australian pop rock band King George, followed by the hurdy-gurdy fusion folk of Dresden, Germany's Zerp. Catch Zerp and Shells at Fairy Worlds, September 2nd through 4th in North Plains, Oregon. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk About the Music.
Hey, this is Spider from Let's Talk About the Music. Tune in on July 13th. We'll be talking to Kiss Is Kill. We'll be talking to James about the difference between being in a band and being a composer. So tune in from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Okay, music.
When you look at me, I know that you're not there, but real nonetheless. Hundreds of miles away, and look at me now. I'm big on the inside, knowing that this time brings a perfect end to an extraordinary day. Here I am, out in the sunshine, knowing that this time a better map is there to guide the way. I feel like I can almost touch you. I laugh at my own folly. The screen is in the way. Dare I dream, dare I let go. Nothing else makes me this happy. So here I am, walking a fine line, knowing that this time brings a perfect end to an extraordinary day. Here I am, out in the sunshine, knowing that this time we've learned to avoid the games people play. Come what may this day, I've waited for you. I've waited all my life to feel this way. I am walking a fine line, knowing that this time brings a perfect end to an extraordinary day. Here I am, out in the sunshine. This time it goes our way.
Let's talk about the music. That right there was the music therapy experiment. The big on the inside. With heart and loves and rainbows.
Oh.
Oh. It is 10 p.m. here in Seattle, actually Tacoma, where I am, your host, Shells. And what time's over there, Spider?
It is 1 o'clock in the a.m. here in Ohio.
God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not really.
She really isn't. See, you folks know it. You folks know. She's out there saying that. She's not. She's been trying to squish me for 6 months, 7 months.
Oh,
so 7 months now.
No, ever since I've known you. It'd be like September. No, August since I've known you. So yeah, August, almost a year. It's even before I started the podcast. Like, Spider. Like, really? Why?
It's
Anyway.
effective.